My name's Kayla Howard, and my paper was about the business interest groups, and I'm probably not saying that right, but the three that I chose to do was the ACLU and the Animal Legal Defense Fund and the Common Cause. All three of these groups have some things in common, and the most thing that I found that was mostly in common, which you'll see in my paper, is about how each one of these groups try and inspire people to do the right thing and to show anyone that is wanting to join their group or that needs help with fighting for anything, that they're always going to be there to help us. And pretty much I feel like these groups are taken for granted because you don't really, well, where I'm from, you don't really hear that many people bring up the ACLU and what they do. And I don't think that people realize what they actually do. The ACLU pretty much targets people that they're wanting to help find justice for something. And I feel like that alone by itself is just something that doesn't get recognized daily. There are people who need help fighting to prosper in life, to fight against certain bills such as the transgender bathroom laws and all that. And this group, ACLU, really stands for American Civil Liberties Union. And what they do is they try to make it where everyone has a purpose. They want everyone to have a purpose and everyone to fit in, and for it to feel comforting for everyone to aspire in life. And the ACLU, they take some grief from certain people if they're not, if people aren't on board with what they agree in. And then you have the Animal Legal Defense Fund. What they do is they go out and they help rescue animals that are being abused. And it doesn't just stop there with the abuse. In my paper, I talked about how they had, excuse me, they had went out and started a case against against the Foster Farms facility because they're going through a drought right now. And so that if they're going through a drought, that means that the animals aren't going to be getting any kind of water or any supplies that they really need. So they're fighting against that. And with reading that, you think that the ALDF is just here to support the animals, but really they're here to make sure that the animals, once they're getting rescued out of these homes, that they are being treated where they need to be. They're raising money for them, and they're not stopping right there. They are making sure that anyone that is punishing these animals is getting fully treated for this, such as spending time in jail if that's what it comes to, because animals mean a lot to certain people, and to other people, they don't. And then for the Common Cause, that group they believe that our government should serve all people, not just wealthy people or anyone who has special interests, just anyone. They don't want the government only focusing on caring what people who have money have to say. And if you are listening to anything about politics, then you know that's what most people are saying that the government does, and that's what the government does. If you don't have money, then they're not really looking to hear what you have to say. They don't really care too much about what you have to say. And I find that really sad and harmful, but I think that, or hurtful, but when it comes down to it, all three of these groups, the ACLU, the ALDF, and the Common Cause, They're all out to do one thing, and that is to inspire everyone to realize that they have a voice. And that's the end of my presentation. Thank you.